Good morning, everyone. I'm having a really hard time trying to find a place in my house that has lots of good light. And for some reason, my screen looks a lot darker to me than I thought it would. And yeah, I know my hair is all sticking up everywhere, but sorry. So today we're going to be talking, let's call today Metaphor Monday because that's kind of what it's all about. We're going to be talking about your true value. Because I don't think a lot of people really understand how much value they have as people. We forget deep down inside what we're worth. So I'm going to be using a little metaphor. This is something that somebody else kind of taught me a long time ago, and it's always stuck with me, and I always found it really neat. And I apply it to my life a lot. So let's pretend you and I were sitting down, we're having coffee, and I pull out my purse and I say to you, I want you to have this $50 bill. I know it's not a $50 bill, but pretend for a second. This is a brand new $50 bill right out of the bank, absolutely perfect and pristine. For whatever reason, you know that I can afford to give you the $50 bill, and I'm serious. Well, what's your answer going to be? Yes. Sure, I'll take $50. Yeah, thank you. And I say, okay, cool. And then I go like this. Okay, so do you still want that $50 bill? And at this point, you're probably kind of thinking, she's a little off today, but still a $50 bill. Yeah, I want that $50 bill. Sure, it's got a rip in it, but I'll take it. Still $50. It's like, awesome. Do you still want the $50 bill? And now you're like, seriously, what's in your coffee? Because I've just taken a perfectly fine $50 bill and ripped it, and then I crumpled it. And you're like, yeah, I'll still take it. It's $50. Okay, so I throw it on the floor. And then I've got, soggy, wet shoes because I just came in from outside. And I step on it a few times. You still want the $50 bill? Now it's soggy, And even though you're questioning my sanity at this point, you're still thinking to yourself, but still $50, so yeah, I want it. So I've taken that $50 bill, I've crumpled it up, I've ripped it, I've stepped on it, I'm going to spill my coffee on it a few times, and, I can do 55 different things to this $50 bill. As long as it's still a $50 bill, you're still going to want it. The reason being is that, your dirty, soggy, crumpled up $50 bill is still worth $50. The same value of the pristine condition $50 bill I started with. They're worth the same amount of money. You can buy $51 papers with it, or books, or whatever you want. It's worth $50, regardless of what I do to it. Now, I want you to take that metaphor and apply it to you. Who are you? And what is your value? Some of us are bigger than each other. Some of us are smaller. Some of us have different features. We have freckles, or our ears are bigger than we want them to be. You have a big scar right here that you can't make it disappear. You had an accident when you were a child, and it will not ever go away. There's certain things about your body, you have stretch marks because you had a baby, or just different things that can happen to your body over time. Now, at the same time, as a person, just like the $50 bill, you may have been stepped on. You may have been ripped to shreds. Not to shreds, but yeah, you've been ripped. People have tried to rip you. People have tried to crumple you. People have tried to step on you, stain you. You have scars. You have little rips and crinkles and, stretch marks, or you're a little bit heavier than you want to be. But you still have the exact same value. What you are on the outside does not decrease the value of who you are on the inside. Every single little flaw on the outside of your body has nothing to do with who you are as a person. You are who you are. And I believe that every single person in this world has great qualities. Some of us just need to look harder than others. And that's what I want you guys to do today. I want you, first of all, to think, if you could take yourself as the $50 bill, iron out the wrinkles, tape up that rip, dry it off, press it out, make it new, make it perfect. Would you have any, inside, would that increase your value? It wouldn't. It wouldn't. You are who you are. You have scars. You have memories. Things have happened to you. But that didn't decrease your value. That made you who you are. It actually added character to who you are. And I would like everyone to do this simple little project, simple little task. Write down 5 to 10 things, or think about them, or just say them in your head, 5 to 10 things about you that you love. And there's 5 to 10 things about you that you love about yourself. Just think of those things. Things that have been with you all your life. You might have been 12 years old and people always told you you're so kind, or you're so giving, or all your life people have mentioned that you're very forgiving. Like, how do you forgive and forget so well? There's so many good things about you, and I want you to try to think of 5 to 10 things that are so valuable about you, that you're so glad you have. And I just want you to share one quality that's awesome, that you love about yourself. That's all I want you to do. Think about 5 to 10 things that are awesome. Because there are at least 5 to 10 things that are great about you. You're a human being. There has to be. You wouldn't have made it this far in life if there wasn't. And they can be anything. That's the most exciting thing about this, is waiting to see what the responses are going to be. Someone might say, I'm a great cook. Another person might say, I'm a great skier. Or another person might say, children love to hear me read them stories. We're going to see all these different colors come out from the rainbow. So that's all I want you guys to do today, is think about your true value. How that $50 bill that was all crumpled up and crinkled and ripped and torn and stepped on still had the same value at the end of the day. And think of yourself in that way. No matter what you've been through, no matter what scars you have, no matter how much weight you might have gained, or how many things about yourself you don't like, wrinkles, freckles, whatever it is, gray hair, you still have the same value inside. And I want you to share with us all one awesome quality about yourself. One. Just, tell us something you love about yourself. And that's it for today.